Marksmen proudly hosted the 6th edition of the Most Preferred Workplace 2026-27 felicitation ceremony in Mumbai, celebrating organizations that are redefining workplace excellence. Being recognized as a most preferred workplace is more than a title. It's a reflection of a company's commitment to building inclusive, innovative, and people-first cultures where talent thrives and employees feel empowered to grow. These remarkable organizations have set new benchmarks by fostering trust, well-being, collaboration, and continuous innovation, creating workplaces where people truly love to work. Join Team Marksmen as we honor the visionaries and organizations shaping the future of work and celebrating excellence that inspires industries across India.
To welcome our August gathering right here, it's always said that every great event begins with a guiding voice. To now set the tone for this evening and to welcome our August gathering, please put your hands together as I invite on stage Mr. Sharad Gupta, co-founder and managing director, Team Marksmen Network.
And welcome to the 6th edition of Most Preferred Workplace, brought to you by Team Marksmen. What makes a workplace truly great? Is it the fancy office, the compensation, the perks, work flexibility, culture, or growth? Those things does matter, but they are not what people remember the most. People remember how a workplace made them feel. They remember whether they were trusted, respected, heard, and given the opportunity to grow in the system. That is what makes a workplace truly preferred. This is why tonight is so important. We are here to celebrate organizations that understand that people are not just employees, they are the heartbeat of every success story of the business. Thank you for inspiring all of us. Have a wonderful evening and let the celebrations begin. Thank you.
Well, up next, the stage is getting set to explore how organizations can move beyond compliance and checklist. Our fireside chat titled The Belonging Alpha Beyond the Policy.
Very good evening, everybody. Thanks for being here with us at yet another edition of Most Preferred Workplace. Mr. Chincholika, I want to, understand from you, my very first question. In terms of belonging, we often speak about it very often, but what about the aspects of it that often get glossed over? People don't want to talk about nearly as much. What might that be, in your opinion?
So the whole concept of engagement, belonging, the time frames have shrunk dramatically. Right. So, in my view, belonging is about understanding that people will not stay with you for a lifetime, but if they recall their association with you fondly, right? If they are able to learn and grow, that is good enough. So, I think the whole metric of saying we should measure people based on how much time they tend to stay with an organization, it rewards loyalty over competence.
So first, I think I'll just take from what Amit has just talked about, and I totally resonate with that in terms of the whole concept of belonging has really shifted from what it was perceived earlier. We all need to be mindful of the fact that both for an employee and organization, it is a contractual relationship. You are there till you're there, and as Amit said, till the work is engaging, till you're adding value to yourself and the organization, you continue to have that meaningful relationship. But both organizations can show you the door, and the employee can also, walk through the door. So that is a reality which we all have to accept, and totally agree that, pizza parties and, all those engagements are necessary conditions, but not sufficient to create that sense of belonging. To have that sense of belonging, you need to do much more and more deeper.
So that kind of connective glue that ties us all together is really what belonging is, whether you're talking at a societal level, organizational level. I think we leave it at that. Mr. Chincholika, Dr. Mistry, thank you so much for being here with us. It was wonderful chatting.
We now arrive at one of the most anticipated moments of this evening, the felicitation ceremony of the Most Preferred Workplace 2026-27, where we celebrate organizations that have gone beyond policies and practice. They're the ones who have truly created cultures of belonging, inclusivity, and purpose. So with that, let's begin with this very interesting segment. But first up, to give away the felicitations, I'd like to invite our presenters on stage. First up, please put your hands together for Dr. Raju Mistry joining us in, the one from whom we had the privilege to hear a very, very important segment. Once again, a very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Also inviting on stage Mr. Rajesh Koopchandani, co-founder and managing director at Team Marksman Network. Let's put our hands together as I invite on stage Lumina Datamatics Limited. Let's give it up for them, everyone.
Well, in my opinion, the most important part and most important ingredient, I think, are two elements. One, of course, to lead by example. You do exactly what you say, and you, in many ways, practice what you preach. So if you're in the office every day, being diligent towards honoring commitments, I think that goes a long way. And the other thing that's very, very important, in my opinion, is ethics. Be it financial, be it any obligations whatsoever, be it to the internal employees, or to the customers, or to the third world, to the third party. It doesn't really matter. You got to honor whatever you commit. I think it's been a fantastic experience. A lot of learnings that I took away from, and a lot of learnings hopefully people take away from us as well. So it's a two-way street.
Well, up next, from one celebration to another, let's shine a spotlight on NRB Bearings Limited. Put your hands together. Up next for WTW India Global Delivery Center.
We're a pretty large organization in India, and it's very easy for people to start working in silos when you're this big. So how do we tackle this? The first is communication about our purpose. We ensure every colleague understands the purpose of the organization, which is we transform tomorrows, but more importantly, how their job contributes to this larger purpose. We all like to work towards a larger purpose, don't we? The second is that we have communities. These are informal communities where people bond over hobbies, and they meet people that they would have never met in the course of their regular work, and they create memories sometimes forever. This really brings our people together. The third is that we have a culture of appreciation, not just about rewards and recognition, but colleagues have the opportunity to go onto our internal platform and say something like, hey, what you did for me yesterday was really important. I appreciate you. But the most important of all, the essence of who we are, is our inclusion and diversity. We bring our authentic, curious, and bold selves to work every single day. And when we do this, we have different points of view. We have aspects that we perhaps haven't considered before. And we bring this all together to be the best that we are as a team. And I think all this put together makes WTW a wonderful place to work in. And we certainly don't work in silos.
Welcoming Central Bank of India.
Being known as the People's Own Bank is both a privilege and a responsibility for us. And it is not just about how we serve customers, it also defines how we care for our employees. We firmly believe that employees who feel valued, respected, and empowered are the ones who build lasting trust with the customers. We focus on creating an inclusive workplace through transparent career opportunities, leadership development, employee well-being initiatives like Sant Chetna, a strong post framework through Sant Shakti, and progressive policies that support women at different stages of their career. We have established 115 all-women staff branches across all our 91 regions, reflecting our commitment to greater representation and leadership opportunities for women. At the same time, technology has helped us make the employee experience simpler and more transparent through our integrated HRMS, allowing our staff to focus more on serving customers than on administrative processes. Ultimately, we believe that if we aspire to be the people's own bank, we must first be the people's first organization for our employees. When our employees grow with confidence, dignity, and purpose, the bank grows with them, and that trust naturally reaches every customer we serve.
Let's put our hands together for Intas Pharmaceuticals Limited.
At Intas, we constantly remind our people that they are not just manufacturing medicines, they are touching lives. Every product we make ultimately reaches a patient who is looking for better health and hope. Whether an employee is in R&D, manufacturing, quality, supply chain, or for that matter, any other support function, we help them see their direct connection to patient outcomes. We foster a culture where people think beyond processes and ask this fundamental question: how can I improve access, quality, and affordability of healthcare? When you connect with 10,000 plus employees across 85 countries to a shared purpose of improving lives, they naturally see themselves not just as employees, but as healers and problem solvers.
Put your hands together. Up next for Suzuki R&D Center India.
Today's engineer want a lot more than just a job. They want to solve problem that matters. They want to keep their learning curve sharp and see the real world impact of what they are building. At Suzuki R&D Center India, we are deliberately building an environment where engineers can do exactly whether it's developing next generation mobility technologies or collaborating with global team or working on sustainable solutions like alternative fuels and biogas. Our people are trusted with meaningful responsibility from day one. We also believe learning never stops. Through mentorship, cross-functional exposure, global collaboration, and continuous upskilling, we help our people stay ahead in an industry that's evolving faster than ever. For us, it's about building a workplace where talented people can grow purposeful career, keep pushing themselves, and contribute to innovation that truly makes a difference. When people feel valued, challenged, inspired, that's when they do their best.
Let's put our hands together as we invite on stage UFlex Limited.
It's been 41 years. What started as a bold entrepreneurial venture, started by our founder chairman, Mr. Ashok Chaturvedi, is today truly a global packaging solutions company. Over the years, we have more than 14,000 employees now. We operate in 10 countries. It's been a remarkable journey, and the center point of all this is what we truly believe is that if you love your work, if you enjoy your work, then you are actually not working. And that's the fun of working with UFlex. Today, we have employees across the globe who speak multiple languages, multiple cultures, and all bound by one thread that we are a part of your daily life. You know what? The customers may not realize the packaging solutions coming from the house of UFlex, but we have made sure that the agility of our employees and the connect of our employees and the visibility of our employees is not lost in the process of this journey. You know, as our chairman rightly says, that if you don't care for your kind of work that you do, it gives you stress. But if you love what you do, then that's what turns into passion. And that's the Mool Mantra for us. Thank you.
Please put your hands together as I invite on stage Persistent System.
Thank you for asking this question. Growth comes in many forms, whether through organic expansion, strategic acquisition, or continuously building new capabilities. At Persistent, our focus has always been on ensuring that growth translates into greater value for our customers, for our clients. Today, as organizations are navigating this dynamic AI era, the real differentiator is not just the technology, but it is also the ability to bring together the right talent, skills, expertise at scale. That's where Persistent has been leading the path. Through our framework of Re-AI Imagining the World, we are trying to build a culture of continuous learning, AI fluency, and innovation that empowers our teams to help our customers unlock the business value of AI or business value from AI. When the new teams and capabilities become part of our journey, our focus is always on aligning them to the shared vision while preserving our expertise mindset that makes them unique. That's important because innovation thrives on diversity of thoughts and experiences. Ultimately, our success is measured by how effectively we help our clients navigate these changes. By combining deep engineering expertise, a strong learning culture, and a future-focused AI strategy, we are trying to create an organization that is agile, innovative, and ready for what's next.
The event concluded on a high note, honoring organizations that have redefined workplace excellence through innovation, inclusivity, and a people-first approach. These exceptional workplaces have set new benchmarks by fostering cultures of trust, growth, and empowerment, inspiring the future of work across India. This event was brought to you by Team Marksman Network.